RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Manakee Jewelers. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. Olin Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Macias Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agent. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.
And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Riverbend Baseball, the Shells and the Piasol Birds, indeed, from Roxana Park. Cloudy, damp day with some rain the last couple of hours around the Riverbend, but there's baseball here this afternoon in the South Central Conference, and we're just underway. Piasol Birds with 1 on, 1 out, top of the first inning. Southwestern and Roxana here this afternoon. Thanks for joining us here on a Friday afternoon. Get you ready for the weekend. Louis Korak alongside, Brent Birkland here too, and we roll on with the third batter of the game. First batter hit a sinking line drive to right field. It was off the glove of the right fielder, Brad Perry, out there, and he had to come out of the game as he landed awkwardly on his left hand, it looked like, and so there's already a sub in right field. Travis Shook out there now, and Brandon Grizzle, the starter for Roxana. The next batter grounded out, so there's a runner at second. 1 on, 1 out as we get things underway today.
Well, you've already described a whole half inning there, basically.
That's what we missed.
Pretty much. We're into the third batter now, 1 on, 1 out, in an important South Central Conference game here, and our starting pitcher Cox now with a 3-1 count.
Ryan Cox, number 21, digging in from the right side against the left-hander Brandon Grizzle. And now they're going to send Cox to first base on a 3-1 pitch. It'll be an intentional walk. They won't even throw the next pitch. They decide to put him on and now bring up the cleanup hitter. And that's the first baseman Hagen digging in for Brian Hanslow's Piasol Birds.
Coming in 11-3, 3-0. They've gotten a quick jump on this conference race so far, and Roxana at 1-1 and 12-5. Boy, they started off 12-1 and have lost 4 in a row since they got thumped pretty good by Marquette. They've kind of hit the skids here.
Stretch and Grizzle bringing it to Cole Hagen and bringing it high for a ball. Last time we saw Grizzle was a week ago, last Friday at Gordon Moore Park, when he was shelled by the Marquette Explorers. 12-2. Grizzle lost that game. He's back on the mound today. And he throws low here, and it is 3-0, and the Piasol Birds got something going here with 1 out.
Well, this might be a tough day for pitchers to get a good grip of the ball. It's just enough drops around here where it could just be nagging enough where you don't get the kind of grip on a baseball that you want. You're not able to snap off the kind of pitches that you want, so something to keep an eye on.
3-1 now the count. And Grizzle brings it in to Hagen again. Swing and a foul off to the right. First baseman giving chase, but it will drop foul and out of play. Again, the grass very damp, very slick out there in the outfield for sure and in foul territory. It's an all-dirt infield here at Roxana Park, and it's 3:15 down the lines, 3:55 to the power alleys, and 3:70 to dead center field.
That's a good description there. I couldn't have said it any better.
Cole Hagen, first baseman for the Piasol Birds, who again are 3-0 in the SCC. Roxana 1-1 in the conference. Grizzle with a turn, but no throw to second base. It's first and second, 1 out.
Boy, they had the runner back there at second base coming off the bag, but nobody there to cover.
Grizzle brings in another, and it's a strike. Strike 3, and caught him looking. 2 on, 2 out.
Just a little off-speed delivery right off the outside corner, and Hagen takes a called third strike in a big situation there. And now we got 2 runners on and 2 outs. Third baseman Orban to the plate now, looking for a hit to put his team on top.
Another right-handed batter takes high for a ball. Number 23, Jordan Orban. And on deck, it's the right fielder, Kraus. E.J. Kraus waits, but 2 on, 2 out here. This one bounces in and bounces away, and Grizzle throwing that curveball, and the catcher's going to have to do a lot of dirty work, literally in the dirt, here today, and this one's a wild pitch.
And both runners advance. Now a hit could put 2 runs on the board here, potentially, and now a 2-0 count. Now your philosophy changes a little bit. If you're a pitcher, you've got a base open now, so you're behind in the count now by 2 balls. You really don't want to groove anything in there too good when you have a base open now.
Pitch is a strike on the outside edge, and now it's a 2-1 count. 2 on, 2 out. The runners again now at second and third for the number 5 hitter for the Piasol Birds. Low, 3-1 with first base now open after the wild pitch. Tomorrow we're back here in Roxana for a doubleheader, Shells and the CM Eagles. 11 a.m. start. Friday afternoon, SCC baseball here today, though. And 3-1, and Grizzle steps off. Again, a new right fielder in right away here in the first inning for the Shells. Grizzle brings it in high, ball 4. It's another walk, a strikeout in this inning. 2 walks now, and here's E.J. Kraus with the bases loaded.
Well, they don't have any hits in the inning yet, but they've filled the sacks up. Bases are loaded and no place to put Kraus now. He's going to have to go after this batter if he's going to get out of this unscathed.
E.J. Kraus from the left side, so it's lefty against lefty. Big spot in the game right away here, top of the first. Pitch is a strike, outside corner. Grizzle gets the call on the first one.
He needs to start working ahead of some of these batters because he's fallen behind quite a bit, and he's already thrown a few pitches here in this first inning.
Pitch is a ball, sailing low, and it's 1-1 now. 6th hitter of the inning. Southwestern again at 11-3, and just like it seems every year, they're off to scoring a lot of runs. They pop it foul, backing out of play. Tell you about the Roxana defense as we go along here. Out in left field, it's Drew Brumley. In center field, John Pleister. Right field now, Travis Shook, was Brad Perry. Gardner at third. McPeak at short. Palin at second. Martz at first. Phil Perry, the catcher. Brandon Grizzle, the pitcher. Swinging a fly ball to left. Brumley going back. Brumley under it in left field, and he has it near the line. With the bases loaded, he flies out to left to end the top of the first. The Piasol Birds leave 3. We're still scoreless with the Shells coming up here in Roxana. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. She definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manakee Jewelers.
Korak and Bryn Berkland back in Roxana. We're in Shell Country with live coverage of the Roxana baseball Shells and the Southwestern Piasol Birds, and RiverBender.com here with us. Melissa Darr and Dan Gonzalez. They got all the cameras out here in the rain, but once the game started, the rain stopped, so we're in good shape at the moment, even though it is cloudy, much cooler, and it is damp after the light showers for the last couple of hours. It all got started about 1 or 2 o'clock this afternoon. And the Shells coming up here, and Coach Mike Arbuthnot will have Pleister, Shook, and Garner at the top. Then Grizzle, Brumley, and Carlisle, the DH, the middle three. Palin, Martz, and McPeak, the bottom three, against pitcher Ryan Cox of Southwestern.
Well, Grizzle worked out of a bases-loaded jam in that first inning. Boy, he got himself into some trouble and an error to start the game, but then a couple of walks sprinkled in as well that had the recipe set up for a disastrous first inning, but he was able to get the fly ball to get out of the inning. Now the Shells step to the plate, toting a 4-game losing streak, which, boy, that thing can just drag and linger on, so a win here today could really go a long way for this squad. And a loss, though, boy, it really puts you behind the 8 ball in the conference race. You'd already be two losses behind on the loss side.
They lost to Marquette last Friday. Then Friday night, turned around, lost to the Alton Redbirds 2-1. Monday, they lost to Bunker Hill, who was winless at that time. They've won 2 this week. Then Marissa beat Roxana 2-1 once again, and 4-game losing streak means they're 12-5 now. There's a strike called, and it's 2-1 now to the batter, John Pleister. Pitch on the way. It's a strike. Both of these teams will play 2 games tomorrow. Southwestern will go down to Freeburg and play Freeburg and Greenville. 3 teams there, and they'll play a little round robin. Roxana will be playing CM here in that doubleheader. Fly ball to left on a 2-2. The left-handed hitter hits it the other way, but the left fielder right there to make the catch in left. Rich grabs it, 1 out.
A couple of balls now the opposite way, 1 for each team here, and the air is a little heavy now. Got a little humidity out here with the precipitation that preceded us here. So the balls aren't going to carry too far here. No wind at all.
First pitch is a strike to Travis Shook. There's a foul ball backing out of play, and it's 0-2 now. Again, Shook in there for Brad Perry right away. New right fielder in the first inning. Pitch is low and away for a ball. Southwestern catcher Chris Nunn, pitcher Ryan Cox. Orban at third. Shortstop is Kessinger. Second base Hayes. First base Hagan. Left field Seth Rich. Center field Ryan Gray. And right fielder E.J. Kraus. Ball in the dirt. 2-2 here to Shook. Travis Shook, right-handed batter. Where's number 3? Right-handed pitcher brings it home, and swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 up, 2 down.
Pitch over the outer edge of the plate on a 2-2 delivery, and came right after him there, and Shook looks like he took a good hack at it, just swung right through it. Each pitcher now with a K in the game. And that'll bring in the number 3 hitter, Stephen Garner, third baseman. Foul ball, strike 1. 2 up, 2 down. Right-handed batter, where's number 7, Garner. Digs back in with a strike. And now, a breaking ball, just low and away. Oh, they're going to call it a strike. Late call, it's 0-2. Pitch is a ball low as he bounced one in, wasted one to Garner. It's 1-2 now. 2 up, 2 down. Again, the Piasol Birds had the bases loaded in the first inning, but they left 3. We have no score.
Southwestern in the third base dugout. Roxana, the home team, in the first base dugout to our right. As we are perched behind home plate with the RiverBender.com truck. Behind home plate as well. 2-2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Small crowd gathering so far, but more and more making their way to Roxana Park. There's an inside-out swing, fly ball to right. Right fielder right there, and it's slicing right to him. And E.J. Krause will squeeze it in right field, and that's the end of that. Shells go down 1-2-3, and it's 0-0 in Roxana after 1. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
Ragusa drops to throw. Now lets it go deep down the left sideline. He's got Thorpe, and he makes a dandy catch.
Here's another steal by Bradley. Lumpkins all alone. He lays it in from Tony.
Yeah! Woo!
The Oilers center ice. 13 has it. Oh, a shot a little bit wide. Oilers keep it in the zone.
Louis Korak and Brent Birkeland back at Roxana Park. We're in Shell Country on a Friday afternoon. And it'll be Hayes, Nunn, and Rich, the bottom 3 in the order here in the second inning. And 0-0 after 1. And out of the 2 teams, well, it was Southwestern that's had the better chance, obviously. Bases loaded for the Piasol Birds, whereas the Shells went down 1-2-3, but it all adds up to a 0-0 score on the board.
Roxana went down 1-2-3, hit a couple of balls, sandwiched around a strikeout, a couple of fly ball outs. Grizzle goes to work in inning number 2 now.
Grizzle throws one back to the screen, over the head of the batter, the catcher, the umpire, ball 1. Eli Hayes wears number 4. Chris Nunn, the catcher, waits on deck. Grizzle, a left-hander, and he brings it home, and it's high again for a ball.
He's been up with a number of his pitches so far. It's usually an indication that he's not following through on his pitches right now.
Here comes another, and this one is down and in, so it's going to start at 3-0 here. He did walk 2 in the first inning, remember?
Yeah, but normally you don't get along with that, or you don't get by with those. Too many walks are going to start hurting you.
4-pitch walk to the number 7 hitter. And it's a leadoff walk to Hayes. That'll bring in Chris Nunn, the catcher. Grizzle with his 5th start of the year. 2 complete games. He has a record of 2-1 on the season. Throw over to first, and they pick off the runner. The lefty Grizzle with a good move, but the runner wasn't paying attention either way.
No, I don't know if he was going to get a break on the first pitch, and boy, he just kind of a delayed pickoff move over to first base, and the runner, Hayes, just did not pick it up immediately, and boy, he was gone by a good step and a half.
There's a strike to Nunn, the catcher, and already you can see Brian Hanslow with his hands on his hips, leaving the bases loaded in the first, and now losing a runner there. He's not happy with the way this game is starting, even though it's 0-0 still.
I think one thing he was upset with in that first inning, you got your cleanup hitter Hagan at the plate, and on a 3-2 pitch, he's taken a called third strike with runners on base. That's just something that can't happen.
Breaking ball, strike 3 called, and that's quickly 2 outs now after the pickoff, and now a K.
2 strikeouts now for Grizzle. Both have been called third strikes, and that curveball there just snapped over the outside corner, and Nunn knew he was gone, and 2 up and 2 down now. After the walk, he pitches around it.
There's a strike to the number 9 hitter. Where's number 9? Seth Rich, the left fielder. Ground ball to the right side, foul up the first base line. Quickly 0-2, and he'd like to get this number 9 hitter and get the Shells right back at it. And it'll be the cleanup man, Brandon Grizzle, that will lead things off. Here's the next. Bounces in for a ball. One and two now the count. 2 outs and nothing shaking here for the green and gold in the second inning. Fastball is grounded back up the middle. Base hit into center field with 2 outs. Seth Rich ready for that one.
1-2 delivery. And just takes it right back up the middle, and a good piece of hitting there. Well, it makes you think now you lose the runner on the bases after the walk. You could have 2 on right now and 1 out, and you're back to the top of the order, but runner on first and 2 outs now. And Kessinger reached on an error and was left at third base in the last inning.
Connor Kessinger at the dish. Leadoff man. And he flies one to right again. Shook going back, still going back, and he makes the catch. Stumbled around a time or two, but somehow he reached up and grabbed it there as he was still going back to the fence in deep right field. And that ends the Piasol Birds' second inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second here. It's still 0-0, Shells and Piasol Birds. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
Welcome back to the ballpark, Roxana Park, here in the 4 o'clock hour for boys SCC baseball. Grizzle, Brumley, and Carlisle now against the Southwestern right-hander, Ryan Cox. 0-0 game here in the 4 o'clock hour. Grizzle at the plate. Right-handed batter, throws left, bats right, and he sends one to short. Shortstop, high throw, and the first baseman keeps his toe on the bag, and that's 1 up, 1 down as Kessinger threw high, but Hagen, tall guy over there at first base.
Grizzle hit it hard on the first pitch, and strong throw there, just a little bit high. But Hagen was able to come back down on the bag and get Grizzle by about 1.5 steps.
That'll bring in Drew Brumley from the right side, going to bunt his way on, third base side. Pitcher picks it up, fires, safe. Bunt single, down the third base line, Drew Brumley.
Well, when you got the speed that he has, boy, he deadened that perfectly. It was a good bunt right up that third base line, and did a nice job there, Cox did, just to get to it and make that a close play. Boy, it was bang, bang, but looked like the runner was safe, just beat the throw. And the first hit of the game for Roxana, first base runner of the game for the home team.
Designated hitter Jacob Carlisle now batting for the catcher Phil Perry. Ball squirts out of the glove of the catcher, and that means the runner will move up. Brumley to second, 1 out.
It was a pitch that was off the plate, but one that definitely could have been handled, so we'll give a pass ball there. The runner advances to second base on the play, so that takes the double play out of order.
Carlisle fouls it off to the right over the first base dugout. He's hitting .306 on the season. Jacob Carlisle, the DH, will be followed by Brandon Palin. He's on deck. 0-0 game. Shells at the plate. Ground ball to the left side. Third baseman cuts it off, fires to first. Out there, Brumley goes to third. 2 down as Orban threw out Carlisle.
That was a ball off the hands there. Not much of an opportunity to extend the hands and get a good swing on that. That thing just dribbled up along that left side. Runner moves up, though, to third base, so base hit for Palin here could put his team on top.
Palin takes a breaking ball. Strike. It's 0-1. Brandon second on the team in RBIs with 12. The leader with 23 RBIs is Brandon Grizzle, their cleanup man. Palin lines one over the shortstop. Base hit into left center field. That will score Brumley. Palin makes it 1-0.
Well, he did a good job of waiting back, keeping his weight back, keeping his arms back on that off-speed pitch instead of getting out in front of it. Kept his body weight back and was able to strive through and get himself a base hit, big 2-out hit, and we've got our first run of the game.
That'll bring in Nathan Martz, 375 average, 10 RBIs. 1-0. Shells take the lead here in the second inning. Martz at the plate. They throw over to first and Palin back.
So the bunt single does pay off.
Pass ball helps. Ground out. Sends him to third and then the base hit. Foul ball back here and out of play behind the screen. And Martz down a strike. Some Lewis and Clark Trailblazers baseball players here today, and their head coach here too, and that's Nathan's father, Randy Martz, in the crowd today. Nathan Martz at the dish. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball into left. Short left, Rich on the move, and he makes the catch in short left field to end the inning. Palin with a 2-out single, though, to drive in Brumley. And after 2 innings, it's Roxana 1, Southwestern 0. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
There's a long pass. It looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
The more your life changes, the more your insurance needs change. I'm Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance. In just minutes, I can conduct a free personal insurance review to help you determine how much and what type of coverage is right for you, with no costly gaps or overlaps. Interested? Call me, Gerard Fisher of American Family Insurance, today at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
Welcome back to Shell Country, Roxana Park. Piasaw Birds and Shells meeting here this afternoon. After the Friday afternoon rain, we play rain-free now, and still cloudy and on the dark side, but we move into the third inning. 1-0 now. Shells with the lead. Louis Korak and Brent Birkland back here in Roxana. Swing and a miss. Grizzle to Gray, strike one.
Roxana able to execute with 2 outs and runner in scoring position. The base hit by Palin put him on top. And it stands as our only run.
Breaking ball bounces in to Gray. It's a ball. It's Ryan Gray, then Ryan Cox. Cole Hagan, the cleanup man, will hit third in this inning. Grizzle brings in another, and it's high, 2-1. We're only in the third inning, but Grizzle has thrown a lot of pitches. He does have 2 strikeouts. He has 3 walks, but it hasn't hurt him yet. Low and away, ball 3. The walks keep coming.
Well, he's working a lot of these batters deep into counts, and that's what's got his pitch count up. He's over 40 now.
3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Got it by Ryan Gray. It's 3-2.
And when you start dealing with too many 3-1, 3-0, 2-0 counts, these batters are going to be locked in.
Low and in, ball 4. It's a leadoff walk.
Well, he got away with it last inning, got away with it in the first inning, but boy, there's sooner or later these things are going to catch up to you. That's 4 in the game already. He walked the leadoff batter to start the second inning, was able to pick him off, but eventually those things come back to bite you, and he's flirting with danger with these base on balls right now. And another one here. He had 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and now 1 here in the third.
Throw over to first and the runner back. Martz holding on. Number 11, Ryan Gray. It's number 21, Ryan Cox here. From the right side. Throw over to first again, and back in safely is Ryan Gray. Cox and Gray both under over 500 for their batting average. Leading the way, it's a pitch out, nothing doing here. Cox at 556, Gray at 512 to start the day. Cox walked his first time up back in the first inning. Throw over to first and the runner back. We mentioned Grizzle with 23 RBIs. Cox, though, their leader with 25 runs batted in. And he's at the dish right now. Number 3 hitter with a runner on and nobody out. Throw over to first again. Brandon Grizzle, the stretch. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. One ball, one strike with nobody out. Throw over to first. They have the runner picked off. It's a low throw to first, and he's going to slide in safely at second. The throw not in time at second base.
Well, he had another runner picked off, but that time the throw over to first was low. Martz had to dig that one out of the dirt, and by the time he was able to get a throw down to second base, it was too late for McPeak to get the tag down, and Southwestern gets away with a blunder there, and Roxana's going to hate not executing there.
Strike called on the inside corner as Cox backs away, but it's 1-2.
So give Gray a stolen base.
Now Cox, Hagan, and Orban have a chance to tie it up. Swing and a miss there. The catcher drops the ball, and then he throws it into right field, and that's going to move the runners up to second and third with nobody out. It's a strikeout and an error.
Boy, can you believe that? Instead of having nobody on and 2 outs, which they should have, now you've got 2 runners on and nobody out. And boy, you're into the heart of the order now, and you're really opening yourself up here for a big, big inning.
It's a strikeout and an E2, and Cole Hagan at the plate. I guess a strikeout, a wild pitch, and an error. Hagan takes ball 1.
He was a strikeout victim in the first inning, but that was with 1 out. Now he's got nobody out and a chance to do some damage here with the bat.
Foul off to the right. It's 1-1. Hagan, 16 RBIs on the year, .350 batting average. 1-0 Shells, but Piasol Birds threatening again. They've had runners in all 3 innings. They've left 4 on already, left the bases loaded in the first. Here in the top of the third, they throw back to second. It almost gets away. Runner back safely, and if that gets away, we're tied up.
Well, not only tied up, but that runner that back runner probably gets into third base, and then a really good chance then of taking the lead. So Grizzle flirting with a little bit of danger now.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball at home plate. Strike 2 to Cole Hagan.
So he's got 3 strikeouts in the game, 4 walks, and just all over the place right now. But he's ahead of this batter. Boy, he can use a couple of strikeouts here to get himself out of danger. Boy, if you can escape this with maybe 1 run, even 2 runs scoring, you'd have to be happy with that right now, because this has really started off in a bad way for the Shells, giving up these extra outs.
All 3 innings, the Birds have been ready to go. There's a curveball down and in, struck him out, first out of the inning.
Boy, that's a big pitch there and a good spot for that one. Running down and in on the right-handed batter, and Hagan now with 2 strikeouts in the game. Now it's going to be up to Orban, who walked and was stranded in the first inning. Now he's got an opportunity to do some damage at the plate.
Foul ball, backing out of play, and again, mentioned that cleanup hitter, Cole Hagan. He's had some chances already, but 0 for 2. Left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. It's Orban at the dish. He walked in the first. First base open here. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Down and in with a curve.
Oh, that's been an effective pitch for him so far. That may be one that he wants to keep in his arsenal right now, because he's got these right-handed batters fishing for it, and he's tying them up at the shoelaces.
This one just tapped right in front of home plate. Catcher has it. Throw to first. This time is right on the money. Out there, and the runner's still at second and third. 2 down.
Boy, now just 1 out away from getting out of this. What a job so far for Grizzle to be able to work around second and third. Nobody out. He gets the strikeout. He gets the tap in front of the mound. Now he has to be careful. He has to be careful here, because you've got a good hitter in Krause who flied out to left field. Not out of it yet.
E.J. Krause from the left side now. And he'll take a strike on the outside corner. Strike 1. So second and third, nobody out. And Piasol Birds were looking for anything to put it into play, but they get a strikeout and then a tap right in front of home plate. Now there's 2 on, 2 out. Swing and a miss. Strike 2.
He's starting to work that curveball a little more now, and realizing that it's been effective for him this inning in particular, and he's got these batters swinging out in front of it. They haven't picked up on it yet, so now he's getting ahead of the hitters as to opposed to being behind them in the first couple of innings.
Swing and a miss. Down in the dirt. It's a strikeout, and that is the end of that. The Birds leave 2 more on base. Middle of the third inning. They've left 6 now, and it's 1-0 Shells over the Piasol Birds. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sport.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Did you know that members of Olin Community Credit Union benefit from local service? At Olin Community Credit Union, they keep everything local. They service your loans locally from the time you apply until your final payment. If you're looking to buy or refinance a home, loans are made easy with their online mortgage center. You can view current rates, apply online, sign up for Rate Watch, or contact one of Olin Community Credit Union's mortgage representatives for more information. www.olincreditunion.org.
Out, and those runners stayed there, could not advance, and as you said, through 3 innings already, they've left 6 runners on base, and something to think of if this comes down to a 1 or a 2 run ball game as we get down into the latter half of it.
Well, the pitcher for Southwestern, Ryan Cox, will now face the number 9 hitter, Chase McPeak, the shortstop. McPeak ready from the right side. Swing and a cue shot to first. Rolling right to the first baseman. And Cole Hagan will step on the bag. 1 out.
Boy, that's one of those where you really have to follow the baseball because there's some patches out there now with the ground softening up. And, boy, that thing took a couple of different hops going up that first base line. And a good job of just staying with it there for Hagan, and he's able to get 1 out on 1 pitch.
Number 1 now, Johnny Pleister. Swing and a miss. Left-handed batter, the center fielder for the Shells. 1-0, Roxana, 3rd inning. Southwestern right-hander brings it in. Line drive to center. Base hit with 1 out. Pleister sends it right back through the middle.
Pitch was up and in, and he was able to get enough on that and shoot it out into center field for the 3rd hit of the game. Roxana had 2 hits in the last inning now with 3 hits in the game and a runner on again here. They were able to execute their first base runner of the day. They were able to move Brumley around. He scored on Palin's RBI single. Pleister on now. He's a leadoff man, so maybe just keep an eye on him. He might get busy on the bases here.
Breaking ball, strike called, and 0-1 to Travis Shook. Took over in the first inning for Brad Perry when he was shaken up in right field. Throw over to first and the runner back. We have 1 out here, 1 on base, bottom of the 3rd inning. Shells with a 1-0 lead, run in the 2nd inning. Brandon Palin with the RBI. Throw over to first again. Cole Hagan holding the runner on at first. Hayes at second again. Kessinger at short. Orban at third. Line drive foul, first base side. The pitcher is Cox. The catcher is Nunn. It's Rich in left. Gray in center. Kraus in right field. For Brian Hanslow's Piasol Birds. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. 2 quick strikes on Shook. Throw over to first again.
And they know you have a leadoff batter up here, so keep him as close to the bag as you can.
Ground ball to first again. Hagan with a bobble. Flips it to the pitcher. Safe at first. Safe at first, and there's still 1 out.
Well, that was a bang-bang play there. I thought maybe they may have gotten him, but the bobble by Hagan wound up costing him there. And the speed of Shook, who's in the game now. He's in for Perry. Shook is able to beat that one out, and that's the first error of the game for the Birds.
Ground ball towards short. Shortstop went for the tag. He'll go for the out. Out at second and safe at first. He thought he might be able to tag the runner. Pleister going by. Wasn't able to do that. Then flipped to second, and Kessinger gets the middleman as he flipped it to Hayes. 2 down, 2 on. Now it's Brandon Grizzle.
Well, Roxana was able to execute in the last inning with runner on third and 2 outs. Their leading RBI man is up now. We'll see if he can execute here again. 2 on, 2 out.
Fastball strike inside corner near the hands. Strike 1.
It's only the 8th pitch of the inning, if you can believe that, for Cox, and this is the 5th batter.
Shells swinging the bats. Not Grizzle. He takes another. It's 0-2. So he's in the hole. It's 0-2. Throw over to first. They have the runner caught in a rundown. They'll keep an eye on Pleister at third. And Coach Mike Arbith not trying to steal a run. Now they'll throw home, and they won't throw back to third. It'll still be first and third, and nobody moves. And Coach Arbith not trying for the double steal there.
Now he's done that on occasion. We've seen it happen before. And so basically out of all that, nobody advances, nobody moves. No harm, no foul.
And it's still 0-2 to the batter, which is probably one of the reasons that he made that move.
I'm surprised, though, because you've got your leading RBI man up and your cleanup hitter up here. I'd say give him an opportunity.
There is a base hit up the middle, curveball, and he sends it right over the second base bag, and it's 2-0. The Shells score again.
Well, that's just a mistake there from Cox. Too much of the plate there on an 0-2 pitch. You're way ahead of the batter. I know it's a good hitter in Grizzle, but boy, you just have to get something out of the zone here. And here comes Brian Hanslow, and I'm sure he's going to make sure that Cox is aware of that. You cannot get too much of the plate there when you're that far ahead of a batter, and especially a good hitter there. Get something away from the plate, in the dirt, go high with it, do whatever you have to. Try to get him to swing after a pitch out of the zone.
Especially when it's Grizzle, you're right. Way inside, way outside, something. But on 0-2, curveball was above the knees, and he sends it right back through, off the mound, and then over the bag at second, into center field. And here's Drew Brumley now. He had a bunt single and scored the first Shells run last inning. Now Roxana up 2-0. They double their lead. And it's 2 on, 2 out, and a long visit for Coach Brian Hanslow at the mound. Try to stop the bleeding right here at 2-0. Bottom of the third inning, and Brumley digs in from the right side. We're ready to go again. The pitch on the way. It's a strike inside, under the hands again on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Tomorrow again here in Roxana, Shells and the CM Eagles in a double header. 1-1 to count. Ground ball tapped to the left side, cut off by the third baseman. Orban throws to first, out to end the inning. Shells leave 2, but they score another 2-out run. RBI to Brandon Grizzle, his 24th RBI of the year, and Grizzle and the Shells lead it 2-0. As we go to the fourth, you're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Your kids now have kids of their own. I'm State Farm Agent Tom Lane. With just a simple gift, your grandchildren may experience a lifetime of life insurance. Give me a call at 377-8912 in Bethalto to discuss the many options that are available to provide your grandchildren with a gift of life. For great products and service that are available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, call me, Tom Lane, at 377-8912.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Everybody's saying buy American, but not me. I just want you to come drive American. Come out today and see for yourself. No one has a more impressive selection of vehicles than Ford. Whether it's a Focus, Fusion, Escape, Edge, F-150, or any other Ford product, no one can beat Ford's quality. Not Toyota, not Honda, not anybody.
Roberts Motors, your hometown dealer for over 60 years, just off Route 3 or Highway 67 in Alton, or at RobertsMotors.com.
Southwestern Piasaw Birds back to the dish, and they'll try again. They've left 6 runners on base, and they haven't scored. They trail here in Roxana 2-0 as we go to the fourth. And we'll see what Grizzle has in store for the bottom 3 here. Hayes, Nunn, and Rich. Swing and a miss. We're underway in the fourth inning.
Well, the difference in the game is 2-out execution. Roxana able to get the 2-out base hits to drive in runs. Southwestern not able to do it. And that's why we have a 2-0 game right now. It's a case of where the Birds have had runners on in scoring position with less than 2 outs. They haven't been able to convert, let alone with 2 outs. Roxana has, and they have the lead.
Pitch is high for a ball, and it's 2-1 as Grizzle gets behind Eli Hayes, the number 7 hitter.
Well, if you've noticed so far, when he's gotten ahead in the count, it's because of that curveball.
Fastball outside, tailing away, and it's 3-1 now. Hayes walked last time on 3-0. 4-pitch walk. It's a 5-pitch walk this time on 3-1, ball 4.
Again, another walk, and boy, you just wonder how many times that Southwestern is going to allow Grizzle to get himself out of innings after issuing those base on balls. This is 7, 8, and 9 that's going to bat in this inning here, and another runner on base. They've had runners on base in every inning. They just haven't been able to bring them around.
In a 2-0 game, it's amazing when you look at Grizzle. 5 strikeouts, 5 walks. Had 1 hit, right?
He struck out the side in the last inning, even though he got 4 outs.
He got 4 outs. A wild pitch and an error, and still has the shutout. Ball 1 to none.
Well, Roxana's committed 2 errors in this game, and here comes Pete Kleeman, sauntering out to the mound.
Pitching coach for the Shells, and Mike Arbuthnot will send him to the mound to talk to Grizzle and to the catcher there, and just tell Grizzle to start throwing strikes, I guess. So you got a 2-0 lead. You got a shutout here in the 4th.
Well, he's up to 64 pitches, and we saw what happened yesterday in the game that we did. Blake Novak cruising along, moving along rather well, and next thing you know, he's on the losing end of a 4-2 game after the 4-run inning for Belleville East. And it's a situation here, like you said, you're ahead in the count. Go after these batters, get yourself some outs. Don't let these guys back in the game.
Ball again, this one low, 2-0. And again, this is the bottom 3 in the order this time around.
Exactly.
Chris Nunn, the catcher.
If these guys get on base down here, it's going to bring up the top again, and those guys have put the bat on the ball. Even though Grizzlies only gave up the 1 hit, the walks have really hurt him so far.
There's a strike around the knees, outer half. Head coach Brian Hanslow coaching at third. His assistant Dave Robinson coaching at first. For the green and gold, the Piasaw Birds with a runner on, nobody out. Throw over to first, low throw, scooped by Martz over there. Top of the 4th inning, and Nunn, the catcher, waits on another from Grizzle. Here it comes. Swing and a ground ball to second. Palin bobbles it, and he'll have to go to first. He was thinking about second, but he gets the out at first, moving the runner up to second base.
Well, maybe trying to make it happen a little too fast, but best case scenario, at least there. Knock the ball down, keep it in front of you, at least get 1 out. You don't want to compound matters by not getting anybody. If you can't turn to double play, at least get the 1. He was able to get the 1 at first base, so Rich is going to bat now, and he's got the only hit of the game, number 9 hitter for this Birds team.
Check swing, popped up back here near the screen. Catcher has room, and he overruns it. It spins back toward home plate and falls. Foul. He didn't touch it.
All right, that's a missed opportunity there again, and the Shells dugout. Boy, they know they missed an opportunity there to get an easy out, and now you leave another opportunity here. They're flirting with danger. They keep letting this Southwestern team get extra outs in the inning. We'll see. Eventually, it's going to come back and get them.
Low and away for a ball. It's 1-1 to Seth Rich. Runner at second, 1 out. Southwestern looking for win number 12. Roxana looking for win number 13. Over but low, 2-1. Right-handed batter. Number 9 hitter. Here's the pitch. Up and away for ball 3. Again, already 5 walks.
He's over 70 pitches now.
The stretch. 3-1 pitch. Inside on the corner, though. A strike, 3-2. Kessinger, the leadoff man, waits on deck.
Well, he's hit the ball hard a couple of times, taking both to right field.
Swing and a pop foul by Rich. Back here and to the Roxana dugout it will fall. Still 3-2. And Rich and a base hit to center field his first time up, as we mentioned, 1 for 1, and he hit it right back up the middle, and 3-2 here, and he's got another good at bat going. Runner at second with 1 out. Left-handed pitcher Grizzle looks in, gets the sign. 3-2 again, swinging a foul again.
Well, he's making them work. It's a 7-pitch at bat already.
Headed toward 100 pitches in 4 innings.
He's over 70.
Another one to Rich. Payoff pitch again. Swinging a ground ball to the right side. Palin there. He'll scoop and throw to first. Out number 2. Runner goes to third.
Well, 2 ground ball outs now, both to Palin over on the left side, or the right side, excuse me, at second base. Kessinger bats for the 3rd time now. Boy, that's highly unusual that you see that. A leadoff man batting 3 times out of 4 innings, and yet they haven't scored a run.
You're shut out, 2-0.
That just tells you one thing. They're leaving a lot of runners on base.
And in scoring position.
Here's another one.
The 5th runner in scoring position already for the Birds. Ball 1 low. Bases loaded in the 1st inning, had 2nd and 3rd in the 3rd inning. That was with nobody out. High for a ball.
It's fallen behind these hitters once again this inning.
And Gray and Cox waiting in the wings. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul, 2-1 now. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 on, 2 out. Runner at third for the Piasaw Birds. Kessinger waits. Takes a strike on the outside corner. He thought it might be ball 3, but it's 2-2.
Well, Grizzle's come back to even the count up, and he's 1 pitch away from working out of another runner in scoring position situation here.
Bounces in for a ball, and it's 3-2 again. What do you know?
Good play by Perry there. Boy, that thing had some serious break on it, and that thing bounded well in front of home plate. You never know where that ball is going to take off to, and got his body in front of it and kept in front, preventing that run from scoring.
Pitch is high, ball 4. It's yet another walk, 2 on, 2 out, 2 walks in the inning.
And Gray's going to step to the dish now, and well, you're getting into 2, 3, and 4 here, and tying run on at first base, and wonder if they're going to send him into motion. Even though you've got a good hitting Gray at the plate here, you can get a couple of runners in scoring position. That'd be ideal for the Birds.
Grizzle's going to go over to first. Runner back. Gray started the day again at 5-12, 16 RBIs, and he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Grizzle brings it home to him. Swing and a foul. Ready for that first pitch. Fouled straight back.
It's a good-looking cut there.
Tomorrow, 11 a.m., the start time for that doubleheader here in Roxana. Shells and CM Eagles. Throw over to first again. Runner back. Fourth inning rolls on. First and third, 2 on, 2 out. Birds have already left 6 on base. Breaking ball low. The pitches keep coming for Brandon Grizzle. Gray trying to get the other Ryan up to the plate. Ryan Cox waits on deck. Throw over to first. They have the runner picked off, and they'll try to steal a run. Here comes the run in, and he will score. He's still in a rundown, and the Birds are on the board. They throw to second, out there, and it is a run scored for the Birds. So finally, they get one home, and Coach Mike Arbuthnot is going to talk to his infield. He didn't like that at all.
No, they didn't even pay attention to the runner here on third base. I don't understand why, and I don't know if that was by design there or not, but Southwestern is able to steal a run, and they've cut the lead, or the deficit now, in half. They trail by one.
Almost like the infield didn't know there was a runner at third. Once they got in the rundown, they didn't even look that way at all, and Birds get a run. 2-1 now, Roxana with the lead in the fourth. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
I can do this. I can actually get her something she wants. Do something extraordinary. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection features the Hercules knot, the ancient symbol of strength that represents the unbreakable bond of love. She definitely deserves a diamond.
The Everlon Diamond Knot Collection, now available at Manakee Jewelers.
Stop hiding. Start smiling. Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Smith. My staff and I love to take great care of our patients. We constantly update our technology, which allows us to complete complex procedures quickly, saving you time and money. Our new LumaSmiles technology allows you to see your new smile without changing a thing.
Patient of the Month, Lewis Michael won a free lunch for all his co-workers.
Come see what your smile can be at Dentistry with TLC.
Louis Korak and Brent Birkland back with you. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 6, 7, and 8 for Roxana. Shells with a run in the second, a run in the third. Piasol Birds with a run in the fourth. And that's where we are. 2-1 here in the fourth inning. Roxana over Southwestern.
Now the Birds are able to steal a run and get themselves back into it here. And Roxana now at the dish, trying to get that run back, maybe more. 83 pitches already for Grizzle. And here comes delivery number, only the 40th pitch of the game for Cox.
Amazing. 4 hits for the Shells, 1 hit for the Birds. Pitch on the way, and it is a strike. Jacob Carlisle taking all the way. 3-1. Breaking ball, actually a fastball and a high heater. Swing and a miss.
Might have went after ball 4.
Another one to Carlisle, swinging a fly ball to center field. Center fielder in his tracks. Didn't have to move much. Ryan Gray grabs it, 1 out.
Those are always nice when you don't have to take but a couple of steps either direction. Makes it easy, so Gray comes back. He fell behind the hitter, 3-0, and he works himself back to get the first out of the inning.
Now it's Brandon Palin who has an RBI in the ball game. Strike 1 to the second baseman for Roxana. Strike 1. Swing and a pop-up on the right side. Second baseman out, right fielder in, and it drops between them. Nobody called for it, and it fell between them in short right field.
I think that was a situation there where the second baseman, Hayes, gets out there, and he's just expecting Kraus to call him off of it, and he never did, and the ball falls in between them. And it's a base hit for Palin, and he's got 2 in the game now.
He's at first with 1 out. Nathan Martz, the number 8 hitter. Takes over but low for a ball. Roxana in the right field corner, their bullpen going, and it's a right-hander. Stephen Garner loosening up. Garner, the third baseman for the Shells, but Grizzle may need some help, as we've talked about. That pitch count way up there today.
Well, he may be able to go one more inning, and I don't know if he's going to be able to go much more than that.
Down and in to Martz for a ball. So Garner, a right-hander in the bullpen. Swing and a fly ball to center. Gray going back, still going back, looking up, and it is gone. A home run to dead center field by Nathan Martz of the Shells.
Boy, to put one there, boy, you really have to get some powder on the ball there, and did he ever, man, oh man. And I didn't even think that got off, it probably got off the end of the bat. That's what surprises me is it didn't even look like he got the meat of the bat on the ball there, but boy, he got it up, and that thing just carried and would not stop, and what a big shot that is, and extends this Roxana lead to 4-1 now, and jumped all over a 2-0 pitch, and boy, was he sitting on something, and he got exactly what he was looking for.
Now a bunt attempt by McPeak, and he bunts through it for a strike. Well, I didn't think that had any chance to dead center field, maybe to left or right field, but 370 to dead center. Almost hit the flagpole. This one's pop foul, back here and out of play. Look out below. Strike two, the number 8 hitter, Nathan Martz, with a 2-run home run to center field. 4-1 Shells. Swing and a tap towards short. Third baseman will cut it off, though. Orban with a flip to first. 2 down.
Well, he makes a good play there because if that gets to the shortstop, McPeak might be able to beat that out because he didn't hit it particularly hard. I've always said anytime a third baseman can cut off the shortstop and make the play himself, you do it. It just cuts down on your time of getting the ball over to first base, and that time Orban was able to do it, and we've got 2 outs in the inning now.
Leadoff hitter, the center fielder, the lefty John Pleister, swings and misses. Strike 1.
Singled and scored in the third. He flied out in the first.
Bunt, third base side. Third baseman will pick it up bare hand, and no chance. That's a bunt single down the third base line by Pleister.
Boy, they've executed a couple of those very well now. Once by Brumley, he scored the first run of the game on a bunt single. Now Pleister, the left-handed batter, lays one perfectly up that third base line, and no chance for Orban. I mean, he got it, charged, and got a good throw over, but he didn't have a prayer to get the runner at first. So that's 3 hits in the inning now for Roxana. They've got 7 in the game.
Line drive, and second baseman leaps and makes the catch as he was coming over to make the play because the runner was going. Otherwise, that's a hit to center.
No doubt about it. That is a base hit, so a break for Southwestern.
Line drive, and the second baseman moving that way, and Hayes leaped and made the grab near the bag at second. But Roxana comes up with 2 runs on a 2-run home run by Martz in the 4th. We'll go to the 5th inning now. 4-1, Shells lead the Piasol Birds. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
From its birth in 1931 on Broadway in Alton to its new home on Homer Adams Parkway, welcome to Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings. Alton Refrigeration and Home Furnishings earned its outstanding customer service reputation in servicing major appliance brands such as Maytag, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Frigidaire, Samsung, and more. When you think about it, Alton Refrigeration is about providing you with years of comfortable living with worry-free brand name products.
With Louis Korak, Brent Birkland back here in the 5th inning now. Southwestern back to the plate here at Roxana Park. And Grizzle and the Shells now lead 4-1 after 4. Strike 1 to the number 2 hitter. Gray, Cox, and Hagan now 2, 3, and 4 for the green. High for a ball. Or a strike.
I was going to say.
Strike
kind of
2.
A high strike.
Mercy. Here's the pitch. That one is high.
You sure?
Ball 1. Not positive, but 6 walks, 5 strikeouts for Grizzle. That's a strange-looking line so far through 4 innings. 1 run, 1 hit. Still 0-2 here to Ryan Gray, his 3rd at bat. Then Ryan Cox and Cole Hagan again. And Again, the only hit belongs to the number 9 hitter, Seth Rich. Swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts, 6 walks.
Well, he's gotten the best of both worlds, hasn't he? A little bit of everything today. Number of base on balls, now he's got 6 Ks. Only 1 hit allowed, if you can believe that, by Grizzle today. He's flirted with danger in every single inning, but he's been able to work out of darn near every situation that he's been in, and except the last inning when Southwestern was able to steal a run. That's the only way they've been able to score.
Still waiting and waiting and waiting on that big hit. 2-0 the count here to Ryan Cox.
Walked in the first, was stranded there. Struck out in the second, but he reached on the air, and he was one of the 2 that was on. Second and third, when they had second and third, nobody out in the third inning and could not score.
3-0 the count. Comes into the day hitting .556. 4-pitch walk, 7 walks in the game. Well, the Birds within striking distance here, 4-1 in the 5th inning. Cole Hagan, the cleanup man. He'd like to change his day. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Low, ball 1.
Well, this is especially the time, if you're the coaches, you want to make sure Grizzle is throwing strikes here, because now you've got a 3-run lead. You really want to go after these batters. And he's starting to fall behind again.
2-0 to the number 4 hitter. Orban will be next. Kraus after that. Here's the next. Up and away. That's ball 3.
Well, he may not be long for this game, because the Shell coaches are getting a little restless in that dugout over there, and pitch count approaching the century mark.
Here's the next. He'll take it all the way. It's a strike, 3-1. 3 home runs on the year for Cox. 3 for Gray. For Hagan, this batter, 2 homers on the year. Swing and a drive to center. Center fielder has room, though. It's a line drive, and it's right to Pleister. 2 down.
Boy, that was hit right on the nose, and I thought that ball was going to carry a little further than it did. I just don't get a good read off the bat here in this park, because I didn't think Martz's ball was going to get out of here, and that one I thought was hit more of a shot that was going to get in the left center field, and it was a line drive right at the center fielder, Pleister. So they were able to get the second out on it was a 3-1 count. So good pitch for Hagan to handle. He just missed it.
Now Orban takes the ball down and in. Here comes another from Brandon Grizzle, and it's on the corner. Strike called. Seems like some of the borderline pitches he's getting strikes on, and he still walks 7. So it's been all over the place, but effectively wild, I guess you could say. That one's up and away. Well, the Birds, somewhere down the line, just needed a big hit in those first couple of innings, and they'd be right there, but has not happened today. Throw over to first, runner back. Bases loaded in the first inning. 2 more left on in the third. Second and third, nobody out. Pitch, low and away. There's 3-1. To Orban with a couple of home runs himself, 18 RBIs.
And that was pitch number 101.
Here's the next. Up and in, ball 4. 2 walks, 2 outs. And now it's E.J. Kraus as the Birds look for a big hit again.
But no hits.
No hits. They have 1 hit in the game. And here comes Coach Pete Kleeman once again.
Well, he's getting a good workout today.
He's pacing the dugout a lot. Now he makes another trip to the pitcher's mound. Coach Mike Arbuthnot headed to the home plate umpire maybe too here with his lineup card in his hand, and we shall see what happens here. I guess no change at the moment. Just bringing him a new baseball.
And to maybe say, call that pitch a strike next time. Or
8 walks in the game, and you're leading 4-1. You have to see it to believe it. Swing and a miss. Up at his helmet, swing and a miss.
You're Brian Hanslow, and you're looking at Krause. You're going, son, he's got 8 walks in the game. He's been all over the place this inning, and you're helping him out with a pitch up around your shoulders.
Breaking ball, low and away, swing and a miss.
Well, he struck out on 3 pitches his last time up, and Grizzle got him tied up and handcuffed on those curveballs out of the zone, just like that last pitch there. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw another one here.
Breaking ball, strike 3 called. 3 pitches and got him. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 2 walks in the inning. The Birds have left 8. We're in the 5th. It's 4-1 Shells. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Hi, George Weber. Here's 3 more great reasons to visit Weber Chevrolet this fall. Number 1, product. Chevrolet has the best lineup of vehicles in the market today. Cobalt, Malibu, Impala, Silverado, Traverse, Equinox. Reason number 2, the deals. Right now, we have extra incentives and aggressive pricing on all of our units, resulting in huge savings. Number 3, your trade-in. After Cash for Clunkers, we were forced to crush so many of our trades that our pre-owned inventory needs some help. Your used vehicle has never been worth more.
You've worked hard to get where you are, to achieve your goals. And that's why we'll work just as hard to help make sure all you've built has the right protection. As a local independent agent, we can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family, providing safe, sound, secure protection with Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
See Macias Insurance Agency on West Delmar Avenue in Godfrey.
In for Roxana, Grizzle finished after 5 innings and over 100 pitches. It's the third baseman, Stephen Garner, that will now take the hill. Martz moves from first over to third, and Grizzle, the pitcher, is now at first base. So Garner, the new pitcher.
And he'll face the bottom 3 in the Southwestern order here. Hayes, Nunn, and Rich. And Hayes has walked twice.
There's a strike. It's 0-1, and Louie will have Brandon Grizzle's line for us here in a moment.
5 innings, 1 hit, 1 run earned, 8 walks, 7 strikeouts. The best of both worlds. Who sang that?
Don't know.
Van Halen.
Oh, yes. Garner 2-2 on the season. 185 ERA, foul ball. It's 0-2 here.
So was I right? Did I miss any numbers?
No, I think you got it. How many pitches did we have there? 105?
105.
For the lefty, Grizzle now at first base. Swing and a miss, low and away. The catcher makes the tag, and Gardner starts with a strikeout.
Pitch well out of the dirt, and you can see, or well out of the zone, and that's the difference. You've seen both Roxana pitchers now, when they get ahead and get 2 strikes on you, they're not going to give you anything to hit, and they've done that a few times here in this game. Got these Southwestern batters to go fishing, and there was another perfect example of it right there.
And it's ball 1, low and away to Chris Nunn, the catcher. It's 0 for 2, strikeout, ground out. Gardner at the dish, or I should say pitching and throwing low for a ball. 2-0 to Nunn. Seth Rich waiting on deck. Has the only hit. There's a strike. Looks like ball 3 from here, but 2-1 to count. Here's the next. Breaking ball inside. 3-1. 3-1 to the Southwestern catcher. Ground ball, swinging bunt, third base side. Garner throws low, but out. 2 down.
Good play there, and boy, for you to get an out there on a 3-1 pitch, a ball that wasn't even hit, not 10 feet past the home plate mound. Garner charges it well, gets a good throw over to Grizzle at first base, and 2 up, 2 down here for the number 9 hitter now, Rich. He's, again, got the only hit of the day for Southwestern.
Strike 1 to Rich. Again, CM Eagles will be here at Roxana Park tomorrow. A lot of purple here in Shell Country tomorrow, and CM with a record of 13-2. Could be 13 wins for Roxana, too. After today, foul ball back, 1-2 the count.
Surprised Gary Bruning isn't around here. Maybe doing a little scouting. Unless they're playing today, I don't know. No game today?
A little practice in the rain, maybe?
Could be.
Breaking ball inside. No. Strike 3 called. And that's the end of that. 1, 2, 3 go the Birds in the 6th. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th with our score still. Roxana 4, Southwestern 1. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
To-do lists rarely need more to do. So, at American Family, we offer a variety of products at affordable prices with the convenience of a single agent. From auto and homeowners to business and life insurance. This is Gerard Fisher with American Family Insurance. Give me a call at 466-7062.
American Family Insurance.
There's a long pass, and looks like it's going to be overthrown. Oh, the receiver dashes under the ball and makes the catch. Touchdown!
Where did he get that extra burst of speed? That off-season training really paid off.
Alton Memorial Hospital's Human Motion Institute Sports Performance helps athletes maximize their potential and improve their game. With sports performance training, you'll leap higher, run faster, and throw farther. Learn more at altonmemorialhospital.org. Human Motion Institute Sports Performance, building better athletes.
Bottom of the 6th inning, home team back to the plate. And bottom 3 in the order, Palin, Martz, and McPeak. But they've had some success down there. Palin with an RBI, Martz with a 2-run home run. The other RBI belongs to Grizzle. It's 4-1 Shells over the Piasol Birds here in the 6th. Louis Korak and Brent Birkland here with you on this Friday afternoon for SCC Baseball.
Cox will remain in the game, and his pitch count is not a concern. He's only thrown 63 in the game, and he'll face the bottom 3 in this Shells lineup. But guess what? The bottom 3 has accounted for 3 of the 4 RBIs, and they've scored 2 of the runs.
They have 3 hits. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball to Palin. And it's a ball called. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. Brandon Palin takes inside. Here comes another. Line drive, base hit. Palin 3 for 3. 3 singles.
Well, he's been locked in on this pitcher all afternoon, and that was another example there. He gets ahead in the count, gets a pitch in on the inner half, is able to pull at the left. 3 hits of the 9, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. 1 should have been caught in short right field on the blue,
Yes.
but still 3 for 3. Inside, ball 1.
Last time Martz was up, you know what happened.
And a big fly to straightaway center. 2-run homer. He bats here with a runner going. Swinging a ground ball. He golfed it up the middle. Second baseman diving for it. Throw to first. Safe. Boy, that was a close play. What a play at second base. Second baseman diving behind the bag, and Hayes got up and almost threw him out.
Well, if you're not running on that play, that's a base hit up the middle, and I have no idea how Martz was able to get a bat on that ball. That thing was down right around, literally shoe top high there. And he was able to hit a solid ball right up the middle, and like you said, Hayes almost made that an incredible play there, but Martz is able to beat the throw, so 2 on, nobody out. I'm sure McPeak here in a bunt situation. Even though you're up by 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th, another run or 2 here wouldn't hurt.
Number 9 hitter, we'll see what happens here with nobody out in the 6th. These two teams will play in Brighton later on, of course, and it'll be the end of the month, Friday, April 30th. The rematch, April 30th. Pitch is high. He was going to bunt. Ball 1. Top of the order, waiting in the wings. Pleaster on deck. Shells looking to break that losing streak, go to 13-5. Bunts through it for a strike, 1-1. First and second here, nobody out. McPeak digs back in. There's a bunt, third base side.
I get a base hit.
And the throw to first is safe. A bunt single down the line.
Boy, you want to talk about executing a bunt here today. Roxana has done it to perfection 3 times. And they've come up with 3 hits in every situation. And boy, here's a tough situation now for Cox. Bases loaded, nobody out. Now you have to deal with the top of the order. Pleaster is 2 for 3, and he's hit the ball on the button every time he's been to the plate.
He had one of the bunt singles last time up, and those bunt singles have all been right down the line at third.
Yeah.
Strike 1 to Johnny Pleaster. Ground ball to first. First baseman Hagen coming home, and it's off of the catcher's mitt. Should have been an out at home. It gets by him to the fence, and the Shells score 2 on the air.
Boy, they had it set up perfectly there to get the 1 out. There's a good throw there. Nothing wrong with the throw by Hagen. Boy, that really hurts there. Looks like Nunn just took his eye off the ball and right off the top of his glove, and he misses it. Gets all the way back to the backstop. So instead of getting anybody, 2 runs are in, and now you've got second and third, nobody out.
And the Shells getting ready to break the game open now. It's 6-1 in the 6th, and it's 6 o'clock. You're in tune to WBGZ, Alton. Shook with a swing and a miss. Infield comes in all the way around here for Southwestern. There's a tap foul at home plate. 2 more runs in this inning. Shells have now scored in 4 different innings, and they lead it 6-1 in the 6th. Shook waits, breaking ball. He hits it to third. Third baseman takes a look at the runner and then throws to first. Out there, the runners stay at second and third. 1 out.
Well, Orban's had a nice game over there. Every ball that's been hit near him or to him, he's been able to make the play, and he's been able to make the correct play every time. So, boy, that play really hurts now because that's a ground ball there where they probably would have gotten another force out at home. So Cox could be dealing with another situation where he's have got bases loaded and 2 outs now, but instead, still only 1 out. Runners at second and third. Garner and Grizzle 3-4 hitters ready to pick up a few more insurance runs here.
1-1 pitch, curveball strike. It's 1-2. Well, it should have been, could have been, still 4-1 here, but it is 6-1. Shells. 1 out. Swing and a miss. 2 outs now.
I imagine could have been out of the inning if you can believe that. Bases loaded, nobody out, should have been out of the inning.
Still Ryan Cox working in his 6th inning as he now faces Brandon Grizzle with first base open. 2 on, 2 out. Curveball, strike 1. Shells in the bottom of the 6th. High pitch to Grizzle. He is 1 for 3, RBI single in the 3rd inning. Ground ball, base hit into left field. 1 run in. Shells will try to get 2, and they will. Grizzle with 3 RBIs now, and it's 8-1.
Finds the hole over in the left side between third and short. And again, 2 out RBIs for this team have been really key here. They had 1 in the 2nd. They had 1 in the 3rd. And now 2 more here. So 4 of the 8 runs have all come with 2 outs.
Grizzle drives in 2 more. Throw over to first and the runner back. So Grizzle now on the year, 26 RBIs. Now a balk is called as the pitcher, like he dropped the ball rolling down the hill on the mound there. And the runner to second with 2 down.
It's just been one of those days here for Southwestern. Nothing seems to be going right, both offensively and defensively. Cox isn't pitching a particularly poor game here, but he's given up 4 unearned runs this inning. He gave up 1 in the 3rd, so
foul ball, third base side, strike 2.
And offensively, they just have not gotten it done at the plate.
Well, 4 runs in this inning, and really could be a scoreless 6th inning. The big air and a lot of help from Southwestern in this inning, but swing and a miss, ball gets away, and there's another mistake. Give him another out. A strikeout, but a pitch gets away. It's 1st and 3rd, 2 down. Everybody's safe.
Living right now are the Shells. They're getting all the breaks definitely in this game, and there's one there where Brumley reaches, strikes out, but the pass ball allows him to move into first base, and now we're going to have, looks like Carlisle. Is he going to hit again?
Designated hitter will jump back in the number 6 hole here, and the Shells will bat around in the 6th inning. 9th hitter of the inning. It's a 4-run inning so far, and it's 2 on, 2 out. The umpire's going to talk it over, and I'm not sure why. It's just Carlisle re-entering here, but maybe not.
Now we have
Tyler Gentry with a bat. Maybe it's going to be Gentry instead.
And it is.
The umpires and head coach Mike Arbuthnot discussing it here in the 6th.
Take your time, guys.
Nobody has anywhere to go.
No, not on a Friday night.
I guess. Well, 8-1 now. Grizzle in line to get the win. Despite 8 walks, he's going to have 2 hits and 3 RBIs in the game, too. 5 innings pitched, 105 pitches. And now they go talk to Coach Brian Hanslow for a while, the umpire. And it's not going to be Carlisle anyway, so Gentry has the bat, and he's at home plate. He's ready to go. I think we're ready to go now. Tyler Gentry, number 10. Left-handed hitter. Right-handed pitcher, Ryan Cox. 8-1, Shells lead it. Here's the next. And the pitch is just inside, ball 1.
So we finally got it all figured out.
Sort of. Ground ball to short. Shortstop will step on the second base bag for the force out and in the 6th inning. 8-1 Shells now. They score 4 in the 6th. Back with the 7th inning in a moment. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Did you know that members of Olin Community Credit Union benefit from local service? At Olin Community Credit Union, they keep everything local. They service your loans locally from the time you apply until your final payment. If you're looking to buy or refinance a home, loans are made easy with their online mortgage center. You can view current rates, apply online, sign up for Rate Watch, or contact one of Olin Community Credit Union's mortgage representatives for more information. www.olincreditunion.org.
Compare a well-equipped Lexus ES to a well-equipped Buick LaCrosse. Get inside each and see what you find. If perfection is what you pursue, this might just change your course. Meet the new class of world class. The 2010 LaCrosse from Buick. May the best car win.
Grizzle looking for win number 3. Garner looking for save number 3. Outside for a ball. Gardner came in. It was a 4-1 game. 8-1 now. There's a tap foul, and it's still 2-2 to Kessinger here to start the 7th inning. Kessinger's been on base twice. 8 runners left on base for Southwestern again in the game. It all started in the 1st inning with the bases left loaded. Ball 3 outside.
It's still amazing all the runners they've had on base. They only have 1 hit today.
1 hit. And there's another walk.
Surprise, surprise. 9 in the game.
Indeed. Garner striking out 2 last inning when he came in. Now he's walked 1. So 9 strikeouts, 9 walks for the Birds. Stephen Garner to Ryan Gray. Ryan Cox on deck.
No, you knew one of them was Ryan.
Ryan at the plate, strike 1. Runner at first. Garner brings it home, and strike 2 called.
Well, this is how he got ahead of the last batter and walked him.
Shells with a couple of conference games coming up next week, too. Monday, I believe it's Hillsboro. Wednesday, it's Wood River. Who will we see tomorrow against CM? Could be Travis Shook, Ryan Touche. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Garner, 3 for him.
He swung at ball 2 there. That ball was up. Again, a pitch out of the strike zone. Shells or pitchers have done a good job of not throwing anything around the plate when they get ahead, especially with the 2 strikes. And that was another situation there where Garner just got a fastball up about waist high, and he got him to chase it. and got his third strikeout since coming into the game.
Ryan Cox now, foul ball. Again, we could see Shook, Touche, maybe Nathan Martz tomorrow. There's a pop-up. Foul ball. Grizzle, the first baseman, over and makes the catch. 2 down in the 7th.
Down to our last out of the game, and Hagan will step to the plate. He's 0 for 3. Roxana 1 out away from picking up a big conference win. They'll pull to within. They'll pull to within 1 game. Actually, a half a game. They'll be tied on the loss side. They'll be a half game behind the Birds, who've played 1 more conference game.
Breaking ball, strike. To the cleanup man, who's 0 for 3, Hagan. 2 outs here in the 7th. Garner trying to wrap it up. Breaking ball. Strike 3 called, and that's the end of the ball game. Roxana 8-1 over Southwestern. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Manakee Jewelers. Surprise her with a piece of Everlon diamond jewelry. Olin Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Macias Insurance, your local auto owner's insurance agent. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. Gerard Fisher, American Family Insurance, all your protection under one roof. Alton Memorial Hospital, the best health care close to home. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Weber Granite City Chevrolet, buy American.